Aloha everyone, my name is Colonel Joe Sturbis, Director of Medical Education at Tripler Army Medical Center. And joining me this afternoon is Colonel Mary Krieger, our hospital commander. Welcome to the first ever virtual professional medical education graduation ceremony for Tripler Army Medical Center. At this time, we ask that you rise for the playing of the national anthem. We are lucky this year to have the anthem performed by our graduating obstetrics and gynecology resident, Dr. Cyrus Bowers.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Major Bowers, for that outstanding rendition of our national anthem. And aloha Tamsi Ohana. The Hawaiian word for family is ohana. And so regardless of where you are watching from, we welcome you on behalf of everyone at Tripler Army Medical Center for this special day. One of Tripler's most important missions is to produce expertly trained technicians, nurses, and physicians to care for those who wear the uniform and their families. Today, we celebrate the successful completion of that mission. To the graduates, I give you my heartfelt congratulations and welcome you as peers to the profession of medicine. I fully expect when the time comes for me to take off this uniform and return to family medicine clinic full-time, one of you will be my boss, telling me to see more patients and complete my notes faster and to the greatest degree possible. To the families and loved ones, thank you, thank you, thank you. While we celebrate our graduates today by reading their names and praising their accomplishments, their path has been illuminated by your light. The sacrifices that families endure on behalf of graduate health professions education is real and substantial. Please know that we appreciate all you have done to support our graduates. This day is bittersweet for me as I prepare to change command and move back to the East Coast. As a former family medicine program director, graduate medical education has always been a passion of mine and is near and dear to my heart. I will miss this proximity to our wonderful residents as I tackle the new challenges in my next job. So I'll close by giving you a homework assignment. Every day when you get up and go into work, give a solid 80% effort. I know that doesn't make a good bumper sticker, but let me explain. You want to save the other 20% for the well-being of yourself and your family, as well as to come up with the next best creative idea that's going to move military medicine forward. Now, I'll be honest with you, some days you're going to be a great provider, medical physician, nurse, tech, and other days you'll be a great husband, wife, sister, brother, spouse, friend, and those days may not be the same, but that's okay. Be kind to yourself. And if you find yourself slipping in one area, then figure out, take time how to address that. But come back at it the next day. You all have worked incredibly hard to get where you are. I am so proud of you and honored and humbled to have served with you. I wish each of you the very best of luck in all your future pursuits. Congratulations.
Thank you, Colonel Krieger. Residents and families, thank you for joining us this afternoon. Getting right to the point, this has been an unusual year. The medical system across the country has faced unprecedented change at an unprecedented pace. The strain of this has impacted virtually every medical training program across the country. Your last several months were shaped by this global health crisis. However, each of you handled this with profound grace. Many of you were deeply involved in the planning and response stages, and for that, we are all very thankful. You should each be proud of what you've done here over the years. Think of all the nights on call, all the procedures, all the studying, all the times the pager went off. Seriously, think about that. How many times did that pager go off? Count them, it's a lot. All those things add up, day after day, week after week, month after month, to create you a competent practitioner of your craft. Your work is not done. Despite being 11 years out from my fellowship, I still continue to learn and improve. For our military graduates, the care of the wounded soldier is not an abstract concept. We can't find ourselves in the midst of a new conflict in the blink of an eye. Your loved ones watch us this afternoon from around the country, and they are the people that define your lives. But should we find ourselves in a new conflict, the families of those putting themselves in harm's way will be hoping and praying for your success with a fervor that dwarfs that of your own family. Each of us in uniform owes it to our nation to do our level best day in and day out. You are responsible for a small little corner of our nation's defense. Determine what your job is and do it well. The rest of us are relying on you. On a personal note, I will miss each of you. Thank you for all that you've done in your time here to make Tripler the great place that it is. Good luck and Godspeed. At this time, I'd like to introduce you to our keynote speaker, Colonel Chris Ivany. We are extremely fortunate to have Colonel Ivany join us today. He is an ROTC graduate from the Providence College. He then attended medical school at the University of Texas Health Science Center. He completed an internship and residency in psychiatry at Walter Reed Army Medical Center, followed by a fellowship in child and adolescent psychiatry right here at Tripler. He has had a fascinating career, including stops at Fort Hood, Baghdad, Fort Carson, and the OTSG. He has completed a year-long assignment in doing research at the RAND Corporation, and last year was selected to develop and lead the very first healthcare innovations group at the Defense Health Agency. In short, he is a shining example of how the medical corps physicians can go on to lead diverse and interesting careers.
Hi, my name is Colonel Chris Ivany, and I'm thrilled to be part of your graduation. For many reasons, I wish that I was with you in Hawaii and not here in DC. But in these extraordinary times, a virtual appearance will have to do. I'd like to begin by recognizing your families. No one makes it through medical training alone. Everyone is supported along the way. Nights on call for you mean nights on call at home alone for your spouse. Working late and on the weekends means lots of missed family events. It takes sacrifices from more people than the trainee to finish a medical training program. And this event is a chance to reflect and thank those who have given of themselves for you. Now, I sat in your seats about 13 years ago when I completed my fellowship at Tripler in 2007. And while that may sound like a long time ago, my time in training was similar to yours in that a major world event changed the military health system just as we were about to enter it. For me, September 11th occurred about 3 months after my internship began. And in the weeks that followed, I found myself rounding on patients that had survived the impact of the plane into the Pentagon. I grappled with how I could help them turn tragedy into resilience. And by the time I graduated, our armed forces were deeply engaged in 2 wars. When I had the opportunity in Iraq to treat soldiers on the battlefield, I drew on much of what I learned as an intern in 2001. Now, I didn't realize it at the time, but the tragedy of September 11th had better prepared me to help soldiers years later. For you, a global pandemic has upended the nation and demanded an unprecedented response from all its health systems, including ours. Now, you've taken part in Tripler's response. You've seen your faculty members deploy. You've been part of the contingency plans that have been drawn up. And you've seen parts of your hospital transformed in ways that you probably never thought that it could. In many cases, I'm sure that disrupted your training, but I'm also sure that you'll draw on that experience down the road and that it'll make you a more complete healthcare professional and leader. Now today, I'd like to leave you with two thoughts. And these are things that I've learned during my career that people don't often talk about, but I think will be helpful. First, remember that your reputation is more important than your CV. You're about to graduate into a very small professional group. Your specialty probably has only 100 or maybe 200 people in it. And that small group of people will take turns moving between an even smaller group of military hospitals. And you'll work with many of the very same people along the way. And that includes support staff, patients, and leaders. When you do, very quickly you'll get to know those people and they'll get to know you. They'll certainly know if you're technically good at your trade. That's always important. But what's also important is how you treat those people. People will observe how you react to bad news, how you handle maybe a weak consult from the ED that comes in late at night. And they'll notice if you go out of your way to help a young medic who may be struggling with the family situation at home. That cumulative information becomes your reputation and determines many of the opportunities that will come your way throughout your career. I've seen many times in my career that the person who's given the most presentations or published the most papers doesn't get the job. Most times it goes to the person whose reputation is that they handle adversity well. They share credit with their team and they take care of other people. Now, I urge you to be that person for all the right reasons, and also because it will determine many of the opportunities that will come your way. Now, my second and final message to you is to try to figure out what you believe in. I'm not talking about your spirituality, although that's very important. I'm talking about what you believe in about your profession. What drives you at work? What gives you purpose in your job? Let me explain with a personal story here. Within about 9 months of my graduation from Tripler, I found myself in Baghdad, Iraq, trying to organize the behavioral health support for a division, which was about 20,000 or so soldiers, and providing some care myself. After about 4 or 5 months in theater, which was during the surge, if you remember that part of the war, and deployments were about 15 months long, we had endured quite a few casualties. And things were looking a little bit bleak. Now, I was doing my job, but I was worn down. I was on the road quite a bit and had seen and heard quite a few disconcerting things. And I still had 9 or 10 more months to go. Now, fortunately, in theater with me was a mentor, one of my former faculty members from Tripler. He and I were able to get together for dinner a couple times. One of those nights, and realizing I was looking a little ragged and run down, he asked me a few questions that no one had really asked me before. What did I really believe in about psychiatry? What had real meaning to me in my work? What were the biggest problems that soldiers with mental health problems faced in the Army? What was the Army not doing that it should? And ultimately, what was it that I could change? And out of those talks, I began to build goals. I felt kind of more energized because the difficult things that I had to do had a larger context to them. And I've tried to take a similar approach throughout the rest of my career. In fact, many of the ideas I developed while I was in Iraq have driven me throughout that career. Things like making mental health care more available to soldiers and integrating clinical programs into actual systems of care. I believe that doing those things would make a real difference, and that's why I put the time into doing those. And over the course of my career, I found myself in situations that I could make those changes, and that's really kept me going. Now, I urge each of you, after you've had a chance to practice for a while on your own in a military hospital, to think about the problems that you see. I'm not talking about problems with the health record or bemoaning the RVU structure. I'm talking about real problems that make a difference for you and make a difference for your patients. Spend some time thinking about how you would change those things. And I think that you'll find that the military health system will provide you with opportunities to make many of those changes. The military health system isn't perfect, but one of its greatest attributes is that it provides the opportunity for medical professionals to create that meaningful change. And I'm willing to bet that, like I did, you'll find yourself in a position to pursue what you believe in, as long as you know what that is. Now, you're joining a healthcare system that takes care of the best patients in the world. Thank you again for inviting me to be part of this exciting day. I look forward to working with you throughout your career. Congratulations.
Thank you, Colonel Ivany, for that wonderful address. At this time, Colonel Krieger and I will announce the winners of the teaching awards.
The Dr. Jeffrey P. Cavolius Awards are presented for excellence in teaching. They are named in memory of Colonel Cavolius, former residency program director and chief of general surgery at Tripler, who we honor as an outstanding educator, clinician, and researcher. The 2020 first-year resident physician class selected the recipients. For this year, the outstanding teaching resident was Keen McCullum from the obstetrics and gynecology residency. The outstanding staff teacher is Dr. Nick Bennett from the family medicine residency.
The Michael K. Yancey Awards are presented to resident and staff physicians who have demonstrated excellence in teaching, research, and community service. Qualities Dr. Yancey was known for. They are in memory of Colonel Yancey, former residency program director for obstetrics and gynecology and chief of maternal fetal medicine. The Tripler medical staff selects the recipients. The outstanding teaching resident is Captain Aaron Wolfgang from the psychiatry residency. This year, the committee elected to award the outstanding staff teacher to two deserving recipients. The awardees are Colonel Jefferson Roberts, Associate Program Director for the Transitional Year Program, and Colonel Judy Koval, Psychiatry Residency Program Director.
Kumu is teacher in Hawaiian. Ola can mean heal or health. The Kuma Ola Award for Faculty Excellence is given to a faculty member who has demonstrated exemplary performance in graduate health education, research, military medicine, and service to Tripler Army Medical Center. The recipient was selected by the Tripler medical staff and a member of the 2020 residency class. This year's recipient is Major Maddie Kasprinsky, Associate Program Director, Urology Residency.
Graduate health professions education is a complex undertaking requiring multidisciplinary support. The Health Professions Education Service Award is given to a member of the Tripler Ohana for service to health professions education that goes above and beyond. This year's recipient is Lieutenant Colonel Walter Soden from the Department of Behavioral Health. Congratulations to all the deserving awardees. At this time, we will turn the presentation over to our dedicated program directors to read the names of the graduates.
It is my privilege to introduce you to the graduating chief residents of general surgery. All four of these individuals are motivated, intelligent, and resilient. They have dedicated the last 6 years of their life to becoming not only skilled, but caring Army general surgeons. Not only have they succeeded in accomplishing this task, but in doing so, they have made Tripler Army Medical Center, the general surgery residency program, and all of its patients better. Jerry, Allie, Lindsay, and CT, thank you. Congratulations to the graduating chief residents of general surgery. Gerald Bieniek, Lindsay Cephalou, Carrie Grayson, and Allie Ha. It is also my honor to introduce you to the graduating general surgery interns. Chanel Boyd, Ryan Bram, Justin LaRoque, and Andrea Moon. Congratulations.
My name is Lieutenant Colonel Eric Wirtz, and I'm the Program Director for the Tripler Otolaryngology Department. Today, I'd like to congratulate, first of all, our interns, Captain Silas Chow and Captain Alex Leeds. They've done a great job as interns, and we're excited to have them join the ENT team. Next, I'd like to congratulate our graduating residents, Captain Joseph Cram and Captain Justin Way. They've done a tremendous job as residents, and we're sad to see them go. Captain Cram is going to South Korea, where he's going to help take care of our soldiers in South Korea. Captain Justin Way is going to the Air Force Hospital at Travis Air Force Base to take care of the airmen that are stationed there.
Go.
On behalf of the Tripler Urology Program, we'd like to congratulate Captain Lauren Keshkes for finishing her urology internship and reward her with 4 more years of urology training.
Dr. Jake Schistler is the graduating urology chief resident. Dr. Schistler performed exemplary over his 6-year residency program. We are sad to see him go, but excited for him to join the ranks of Army urologists. Congratulations to you both. Aloha.
Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Paul Ryan from Orthopedic Surgery. I want to first start by recognizing our graduating interns, Captain Joshua Sy, Captain Connor Venrick, and Captain Connor Zale. These 3 gentlemen entered the Army's premier orthopedic program and did not disappoint. On last year's in-training examination, they scored in the top 1% of the country when compared to their peers. Congratulations on a job well done, and get back to work. For our graduates, this is the first group of graduates that I was able to meet and interview as medical students and watch them grow and mature over the last 5 years. I couldn't be more proud. As a group, they've published 25 papers in peer-reviewed journals. They presented their research both nationally and internationally. But more importantly, as leaders and mentors this last year, they helped the program score in the top 4% of the nation on the in-training examination. Following graduation, Captain James Banks Deal will be heading to the combined program at Walter Reed and Curtis Memorial for fellowship training in hand surgery. Captain Mitchell Harris will first head to Korea for 1 year to support our troops, prior to also heading to the Walter Reed Curtis Memorial Hand Fellowship Program. And finally, Captain Stephen Wilding will be heading to Landstuhl Regional Medical Center, where he will deploy immediately to Afghanistan for 9 months. Thank you, gentlemen, for your service, for your time. You have made me proud every single day. Mahalo.
It has been an honor to work with our 2 graduates of the Child and Adolescent Psychiatry Fellowship for the past 5 years and see their transformation from interns to now colleagues. I've been so fortunate to witness firsthand their compassion, commitment, and resilience as they care for and support struggling children and their families from across the entire Pacific region. I'm grateful to these 2 outstanding physicians and officers, knowing that they will go on to care for those in greatest need. Please join me in congratulating the 2 newest child and adolescent psychiatrists, Captain Travis W. Jones and Captain Nathan L. Lowe.
Aloha. My name is George Hanawihine, Director of Training of Tripler's Clinical Child Psychology Fellowship Program. On behalf of Colonel Ingrid Lim, Chief of the Department of Behavioral Health, and myself and the rest of our Child and Family Behavioral Health Ohana, we'd like to thank and congratulate Captain Jessica Combs on her graduation and completion of our 2-year fellowship program. Mahalo, Captain Combs, and good luck.
I've known Major Gomez since she was an HPSP student. I recall assessing her onto active duty, signing her or helping her get her internship site of choice, her first assignment, her assignment working with me, and even helping recommend her for this fellowship. I am enormously proud and thrilled of her accomplishments. I'm amazed how much work she gets done, and she is just going to be the most wonderful health psychologist and great Army psychologist that we can have. Wherever she goes, I expect her to do great things. Major Chaska Gomez.
Congratulations to our Psychiatry Residency Class of 2020. Your faculty could not be more impressed.
Your class has clearly set the highest bar for leadership, flexibility, and mission focus. We are incredibly grateful for all you have done for all of us, especially during the COVID-19 pandemic.
We are so proud to have you stand beside us as medical corps officers, ready to lead Army medicine into the future. Always know that you can call Tripler home. Aloha oi and a hui ho. Captain Devin Gaines, Chief Resident.
Captain Eric Hamill, Resource Chief Resident.
Captain Camille Klinkos, Wellness Chief Resident.
Captain David Marino, Mentoring and Recruitment Chief Resident.
Major June O, Education Chief Resident.
Captain Andrew Rumble, Technology and Education Chief Resident.
Captain Aaron Wolfgang, Research and Scholarly Activity Chief Resident. We congratulate our graduating interns for their outstanding patient care, team mentality, and dedication to lifelong learning. You have clearly demonstrated your commitment to our profession of arms and medicine. Captain Michael Abel.
Captain Zachary Arnold.
Captain Samuel Fazenmeyer.
Captain Thomas Finstein.
Captain Benjamin Kay.
Captain Joshua Hamilton.
Captain Michael Holcomb. Congratulations.
The pharmacy residency program has proudly trained both active duty and civilian residents for over 25 years. In fact, about 1/3 of our clinical staff completed their residencies here at Tripler. This year, we are pleased to have 2 residents graduating and moving on to exciting and distinct career paths. Kelsey, our civilian resident, was accepted into the highly competitive PGY2 oncology residency at the University of Colorado School of Pharmacy, where she will undoubtedly excel. Captain Cha, our military resident, will stay at Tripler and become the chief of inpatient pharmacy, where he will continue to lead and make us proud. I am pleased to announce our 2 graduating pharmacy residents, Captain Jason Cha and Dr. Kelsey Netzelman.
Good day. I am Lieutenant Colonel Denise Cooper, Program Director at Tripler Army Medical Center, Phase 2 Clinical Site for the United States Army Graduate Program in Anesthesia Nursing. I am joined by Assistant Program Director Dr. Elizabeth Kelly and Deputy Clinical Director Major Kyle Stevens. In this year's graduating class, we had 2 very successful scholarly projects with obvious impact to current practice. The first was tranexamic acid for the treatment of postpartum hemorrhage, changing provider practice through evidence-based practice. This was developed by Major Carrie Rodden and Major John Schumacher. The second was Overcoming Barriers to Change, Decreasing Preoperative Labs in ASAPS 1 and 2 gynecological patients by Captain Travis Hallquist. All 3 students successfully completed the program, receiving a Doctor of Nursing Practice. Of our 3 graduates, Major John Schumacher received Superior Academic Achievement with a student class rank of 11 out of 31. So it is with great honor on behalf of USAGPAN and the Northeastern University that I would like to congratulate and present diplomas to Major Carrie Rodden. Major John Schumacher. and Captain Travis Hallquist. Thank you and congratulations.
Welcome to the Department of Pediatrics, proudly providing graduate medical education in pediatrics since 1959.
We'd like to congratulate our graduating interns on completing their training with flying colors.
Captain Joshua Arkin.
Captain Katie Beekner.
Captain Jennifer Koskin.
Captain Cody Humple.
Captain Shamim Nafea.
Captain Teresa Price.
And Captain Benjamin Wagner.
Congratulations to all. We're looking forward to 2 more fabulous years.
We'd also love to congratulate our exceptional third-year graduates who are moving on to be attending pediatricians throughout MedCom. We couldn't be prouder of you. We look forward to working with you, and we know you're going to take great care of our soldiers as well as the children of our active duty. We'd like to congratulate Captain Julie Ahn.
Captain Yasmin Curtis.
Captain Christopher Gunawan.
Captain Janet Jang.
Captain Nicholas Lawson.
Captain Nora Malloy.
Captain Brandon Pye.
Captain Kyle Rollins.
Captain Benjamin St. Clair.
And Captain Parker Thompson.
We look forward to working with you, and we're so proud of you all. Congratulations.
My name is Dr. Gary Levy, and I am the Residency Program Director for Obstetrics and Gynecology. I'd like to take a moment to wish my graduating intern class the best of luck in the rest of the residency. Captain Sam Carson. Captain Jordan Koff. Major Blaine McGraw. Captain Nick Peisker. I would like to wish my graduating class the best of luck in their future endeavors. Major Cyrus Bowers. Captain Lindsay Choi. Major Daisy Condor. Captain Ryan Phillips. Captain Colin Siller.
Internal Medicine Class of 2020. What a year it's been. It's been a year marked with change and adaptation. You began the year with a new program director, and you're ending it in a pandemic. You've had to adapt to new ways of learning, working, and caring for patients. I've learned a great deal from you this year. Myself and the entire Internal Medicine Ohana wish all of you the best in your future endeavors. Congratulations to the PGY3s, Martin Ashley, Dacia Boyce, Kevin Brown, Daryl Go, Jason Jones, Colin Kenny, Javier Lueza, Tetiana McIlvain, Daniel Miles, Carolyn Murphy, Tudor Oroyan, Russ Villanueva, and Amanda Wiggins. Congratulations also to our PGY1s, Jebby Abraham, Sean Babb, Lindsay Clough, Nikunj Devecha, Elizabeth Doman, Brendan Gonzalez, Andrew Howard, Ali Hussein, Sanket Mekpara, Uzagu Okwanko, John Paul O'Shea, Catherine Park, Lee Ruslam, Ryan Santos, and Alvin Yu. Aloha, graduates.
Aloha family and friends. My name is Dr. Steve Kyle. I am the Program Director of the Diagnostic Radiology Residency Program. This has been quite a year for our program, not because of COVID-19, but because this is the first year for our program to graduate a civilian resident from the VA. Also, we have a resident that is graduating as a part of the U.S. Public Health Service. This is in addition to our 2 distinguished Army graduates. Captain Promotable Christopher Bazemore, Captain Promotable Whitney Bond, Dr. William Hargis, Lieutenant Commander Jaron Meldrum.
The Tripler Family Medicine Ohana is proud to present our graduating residents. They've expanded their families, they've published scholarly activity, and provided outstanding care to our beneficiaries. We're proud of everything they've accomplished and look forward to your future adventures. Dr. Paul Allred, Dr. Molly Boy, Dr. Mike Buzzard, Dr. Ryan Costello, Dr. Kyle Samblanet, Dr. Peter Thompson, Dr. Evan Torline.
For our PGY1s, we are proud of what you've accomplished this past year, and we look forward to seeing what the next 2 years hold for you. Dr. Paul Batra, Dr. Megan Rogan, Dr. Maddie Richter, Dr. Eric Heisenkamp, Dr. Eric Gresham, Dr. John Malaver, and Dr. Joshua Waxenbaum.
I'd like to say congrats to the transitional class of 2019 to 2020.
Transitional year residents are a group of physicians with diverse interests in medicine that include radiology, ophthalmology, operational medicine, general surgery, obstetrics and gynecology, psychiatry, physical medicine and rehabilitation, and preventive medicine. This year, they were exposed to a wide variety of both surgical and medical specialties that comprise the core of a general medical education.
This class had varied interests outside of medicine, including long-distance marathon running, baking, dodgeball, competing in a popular syndicated game show that will not be mentioned by name for copyright reasons.
Jeopardy.
It was Jeopardy. Martial arts and globetrotting.
This class has earned the highest praise that we can offer. A group of unique individuals with diverse interests became a team, often covering each other's shifts, supporting each other, and showing a genuine investment in their fellow physician. This class showed their maturity through both their camaraderie and their ability to maintain enthusiasm while completing rotations in specialties which didn't necessarily align with their career interests.
We offer our sincere congratulations to our 2019-2020 transitional year graduates, Dr. Dexter Allen, Dr. Evan Allen, Dr. Ryan Apgar, Dr. Sean Chong, Dr. Tanner Coleman, Dr. Lindsay Arrow, Dr. John Mark Farlett, Dr. Devin Yagao, Dr. Mark Raimundo, Dr. Shannon Robinson, Dr. Danielle Terrell, and Dr. Scott Whitaker. We will miss you. Congratulations. Aloha.
Aloha. Aloha.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Major Alexander Reagan, the IDPH and Behavioral Health Department Chief, Lieutenant Colonel David Sansiva, the Department Deputy Chief and FAB Chief, Major Darlene Lazar, the previous Department of Behavioral Health Deputy Chief, Deputy Installation Director for Psychological Health, previous Director of Training for SWIP, the social work internship program, and myself, Captain Saeed Benani, the new SWIP Director of Training and the 3rd BCT EBH Deputy Chief. I take this opportunity to recognize and congratulate our graduates from the SWIP program. First Lieutenant Promotable Sarah Bean and First Lieutenant Promotable Gwen Pico. I want to highlight your unquestionable commitment and passion to support our troops with unconditional positive regard. Your action and compassion say a lot about your character to never quit and never leave a fallen comrade. Anyone can start, but not anyone can stand strong at the finish line. As future behavioral health officers, you are one of our best and brightest. You are ambassadors of the SWIP program, a profession where 2/3 of behavioral health providers in the military are social workers. First Lieutenant Bean and First Lieutenant Pico, as you go join your respective line units, I am confident that you will be an outstanding force multipliers. Be proud of what you do, and thank you for your service.
This concludes today's ceremony. Thank you for joining us.
Best of luck to our graduates.